Hey everyone, so we've got wheels, seats, an almost completed engine, and yes, a very slight change to the paint job. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Model Factory. So we have got quite a little update here for you guys on the 65 Chevy Impala by Revell that we have been working on. And as you can see, we've got the engine here front and center, so we're going to start with that. And in my last video, I had the engine pretty much painted and all of the main assembly of it put together. And this is that sweetscaledetail engine from Wade Sweet that we got. And this thing is just a gorgeous engine, and it's coming together really nice. And so, as you can see, we've got some of these ProTech detail parts on here. And those are the spark plug wiring with the looms and the distributor kit. That's all set up. And then we have got the starting of the braided fuel line and fittings on the carburetor here. On the other side of the carburetor, I've started with the throttle linkage. And I will show you guys all of this in up-close, greater detail when I do my under the magnifying glass video of the completed engine, where I'll go through all of the parts I used and everything, and I'll let you guys see it up close. And then if you look on the front of the engine block here, we have got a couple of aluminum pulleys that we got also from sweetscaledetail. And that is just the start of the setup. I have been working on my brackets for like the alternator and power steering pump and such to get going on here, and that's what I've got going on down here. And then we will be using these other pulleys that I've got here in this baggie. Those will be used for those other, belt setup, pulley setup. All the rest of it will be used for that. So yeah, that's where we're at on the motor, guys. It's coming together really nice. Also, we have got seats. These are also from sweetscaledetail. Now, I've got two different seats here that I'm going to show you guys. I actually have two different sets. These are the original seats that Wade had. And then he made a variation of these seats, which you can see here, which is a low-backed version. It's basically the same seat with the headrest minused out. And that's kind of what I was looking for this build. I wanted one of these low-back seats like you see there to put in there. It just looked really, really nice. A lot of the 1-1 pro touring type builds or actual cars that I've seen had the low-back racing seats in them. So that's what Wade was able to do, to be able to create this variation. So it still keeps that same racing seat look. It still has, the outlets there, inlets there for the racing harness to go through, but it's just got that nice low profile look that looks really good in these pro touring muscle cars. So those are the seats that I will be using on the interior of this car. And again, like I said, they're absolutely gorgeous resin seats that you can get from sweetscaledetail. Okay, so let's talk about this body now. As you guys can see, it's a little bit different than the last time I showed it to you. First and foremost, we have, I think, officially like 99% pick the wheels that we're going to be using on this kit. Now, as most of you know, my builds kind of evolve as I'm building. Things change. I kind of get sparked by different things that I see, different parts I find in my parts box, whatever it might be. So whenever I say something this is how it's going to look, there's a slight chance that could change between now and the final build. But I'm pretty much dead set on these, and I think these are going to be the wheels that I will be using on this. Now, these are, I think, the Pegasus, either, are they the Halos or something like that? I think that's what they're called, but they're Pegasus wheels. And these are ones that I actually had previously painted the center area of them a gunmetal color. Now, I might be darkening those up a little bit or something like that to kind of match the coloring of the car a little bit more, maybe the stripes or something. But other than that, these are pretty much the wheels that I will be using on this and getting it all set up. Now, onto the body. I did do a new variation on the paint job on this. Now, mostly the reason for that was because I had this thing painted with just a couple of, it was painted pretty much the same color as far as the base main color. It was a gunmetal, and then it just had a couple of darker gunmetal Chevy style racing stripes on it. And I went to put clear on it, and I had a horrible reaction that I've never had before in combining my paints together. They've always worked, but for some reason this time it didn't. So we had to throw this baby in the purple pond and strip all the paint off and get it back out. And we have decided to go again. And this time around we're using actually a different setup of paints. I have actually been using the Wicked paints. These are done by Createx. And what I've done is these are the two paints here. Got these at Hobby Lobby. I've been using a combination of, let's see, it's pearl white and pearl black. And these are again, like I said, they're done by Createx. It's just their Wicked line. They have a couple of different lines. And the reason I chose these two is because I was looking for that gunmetal color that I could have a lighter version and a darker version of. So I decided to go with these two so that I could mix my own, color that I wanted, and that's what I did. And so I think that these will do a little better with the clear coat that I'm using and everything. And what's really cool is these are a pearl color, which was really what I was wanting to go with in the first place. Now, if you take a look at the hood here, you can see that I've done something different with the racing stripe on this than I did previously. I decided to break up the solid gray, double Chevy racing stripe there, and I added in this little tiny notch. Like it's not that small, but I added in this notch of red that kind of follows the one side of the stripe there. Now I did that on both the front hood, and then that follows through onto the rear deck as well, which you can see right there. And so I thought that was pretty cool, and the reason I went with that red color is because the interior of this is going to carry through that same theme. It's going to be like a dark gray and a red interior. So I thought it was kind of a neat way to pull together the exterior and the interior of the build. So yeah, so these are painted on. The red color, again, that is also a Createx color. It's a Createx red that I mixed in a little bit of that pearl white too, just to give it a little bit of the pearlescent color tone to it, so that it would match the rest of the body paint. So anyway, that is all that we've gotten done to this thing so far. We move a little slow here in the factory. We get things done as we can, but we are moving along and we are making some progress. So anyway, we've got pretty much the main stuff buttoned up now. We've got all of our ideas put together, and we're really just kind of going to be getting the exterior finished up, get some clear coat on it in a couple of days after this paint completely gasses out. And then we'll start working on that interior, get the engine finished up, and the chassis all finished up, and we'll be moving right along. Anyway, guys, that's it. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to check out sweetscaledetail. That's Wade Sweet. He has got a YouTube channel that you can check him out on and get a hold of him. Also have the contact information down in the description if you're interested in any of the parts that he might have that I've been using on this build. Also check out ProTech Model Parts. For their detail parts, they make beautiful, beautiful, beautiful plumbing and wiring and many other detail parts that you can use on your builds. Anyway, guys, like I always say, keep building those awesome models and eat, sleep, styrene, and I'll see you all in the next video.